This is another video brought to you by the Ichiban Productions. Like, comment, subscribe. So welcome everyone, happy days are here again. Whoa, we've got another whopper review coming. As you can see in front of you, it actually has arrived. My goodness, it's the PlayStation 5. Let's get it unboxed and let's have a deep dive. Before I start, I want to say a massive shout out to Amazon. They actually managed to deliver it on the day of release. I can't believe it. I read about all the shortages online, but they've actually gone and pulled it out of the bag, and here it is today. Well done to Hermes, who were excellent in terms of delivery. They were bang on time. They knew exactly what they were doing, unlike Royal Mail, who sent my Xbox Series X to God knows where, but eventually it turned up the next day, which isn't good enough. Next day delivery, aka release day delivery, so well done to you, Amazon. With that out the way, let's dive straight in. I'm sure the PlayStation 5 needs absolutely no explanation. We all know where it is, what it's from. You're all here because you want to see the same thing. You want to see it unboxed. Me personally, I managed to avoid all the spoilers for the unboxing, so this will be my genuine first impressions of what it looks like. Hopefully, this video won't get deleted like my Series X one did, but hopefully you can see the raw passion and excitement that this is providing. My hands are flailing everywhere. I can't even explain to you how excited I am. So first things first, let's take a look at the box. Taking a look at the front of the box, I went for the disc edition as opposed to the discless one. I'm not ready to go to an all digital world, I'm afraid. There's something nice about having the game in your hand. For example, Miles Morales Spider-Man. I've got it in my hands here. This is mine. This is my copy. If I want to lend it to someone else, I just give them the disc. And most importantly, if I want to resell it, it holds some value. Whereas if you go all digital, it's just not for me. So take a look at the front of the box. The general form factor of the box is very similar to the PlayStation 4. We've got the images on the front. We've got the 8K, the 4K, 120 frames per second, HDR, PlayStation 5, 7 Plus. The DualSense controller. I literally can't wait to open it. Onto the side of the box. I mean, this is an absolutely huge box. So turning it onto its side, we've just got the PlayStation logo there, but it has got the contents. We've got the PlayStation 5 console, the controller, the base, because of course the base, so it can stand up, or it would also go on its side because it's not a perfectly flat console. It's going to need a stand to sit on its side. HDMI cable, power cord, USB cable. It's going to be USB-C, I'm hoping. Printed manuals, and Astro's Playroom pre-installed game to show what the console's all about. On the other side, we got ourselves the... Ooh, that didn't sound very good. We got ourselves the console, the DualSense. On the bottom, we've got all the details about what's actually, the copyright and all that drivel. No one's interested in that. On the back of the box, let's have a closer look. We got the console in its side position with the stand underneath. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure this is how I'm going to have the console, because this is a big boy and I'm talking tall. I don't think it's going to fit in the TV cabinet. It's way too big for that, but let's hope and pray that it does, but I'm pretty sure it's going to have to go on its side. We've got the beautiful DualSense there. I can't wait to have it in my hands. Oh, so excited. We've got the details here. The biggest thing, of course, is the SSD. It's lightning quick speed. The SSD inside the PlayStation 5 is faster than the Xbox Series X in terms of the capacity that it can actually transfer data at. However, from looking online and seeing some reviews and things like that, so far the tests have shown that it is faster for next-gen console games. So things like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Mortal Kombat Ultimate Edition, Watch Dogs, it is faster on this. However, if you're going to put current gen games in, or should I say maybe last gen now, because we are in the future, we're putting PlayStation 4 games in, this loads much slower than the Xbox Series X. I guess it's to do with the architecture, so it depends what you're going to play the most of. Let's face it, we're going to be next gen gaming, so this is where it's at for that one. The one thing that does stand out to me that I think is quite shocking is that it's not 1 terabyte, it's 825 gigabytes of internal storage. Now that worries me greatly because that bad boy is going to fill up quick. Of course, you can have expandable memory in here, but I don't think there are any SSD hard drives that are physically out that are 100% compatible with the PlayStation 5 yet, so we're stuck. Whereas the Series X, of course, have got those little cartridges that you can buy that are super expensive, but at least you can expand that memory straight away. So with that in mind, we've seen the box, it's time. Let's take a look inside. Let's hold the console for the first time. I can hardly wait. Boom, cheeky cut. Oh, it's time. The seal's been cut. It's time to open it up and see what's inside. So we've got that carrying handle at the front, so hopefully this is going to help us get it out. I can't even tell you how excited I am. So I'm going to need to go for an overhead view here. So let's grab it, let's lift it. Oh, it is heavy, real heavy. So unlike the Xbox, which opens up like a nice little box, we've got ourselves a cart on the outside. Let's move that out the way. Let's probably, well, I don't know, we're going to need to have a look what's inside. But I can tell you one thing for sure, that is one heavy, heavy box. Pulling open the tab, let's see the treasures inside. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, it's a box in a box. What's it say here? One, lift it open, get it on. Right, okay, let's open it up. So first thing we need to do is we need to remove this. So a little tab here. Oh, what have we got? Try not to spoil it for everybody. Of course, it's not going to come out because why would it? Why would it come out easily whilst I'm recording? Must not tear box in excitement. Okay. There's the console. Let's move that to one side. Let's take a closer look at what's actually inside this box. I've moved the camera down so we can get a better, closer shot of the action. So moving the little tab and lifting it up. Ooh, the goodies inside. So we've got ourselves our instructions. Have a quick flick through. Oh, look at all that text. Not reading that. No way. No way. Quick guide. That's more my sort of thing. So let's have a look. Oh, we got the base. How to attach it. Screw it all in, there we go. Hook, horizontal thing, HDMI cable, plug it in, power in, nice and easy. Got the LAN port if we're going to use it. Turn your PlayStation 5 on. Exciting. Connect up the controller to get it to work. Make it your own. Beautiful. All this other stuff that we don't need. Oh, what's on screen? Look, they've got some guides about the guides. Interesting. I think this is too much spoiler territory for me to read. Let's play a game, put a disc in. Oh, let's just give it to this. So let's have a closer look at what else is in there. What's next? We got some more instructions here. Safety instructions, not interested. We got a lift up thing here. Ooh, here we go. This looks to me like it's the base in the place London. I think that references my age with that that comment. Let's have a look. Here we go. We've got ourselves the lovely PlayStation base. Obviously that's, well, I suppose it depends on how it sits. Because I think you can turn it one way or the other. Yeah, there it is. There's the screw if we're going to fit it in from the base down. If it's just going to rest on the side, I think we have it like that. Very clever, very well designed. Makes a lot of sense. And of course, what have we got here? We've got the ultra speed HDMI cable. Interesting that on the ends of them it doesn't state that it's an ultra high speed HDMI cable. Of course it's going to be a HDMI 2.1 to take full advantage of the features like the 120 frames per second at 4K. Does it say on the cable? Let's have a close look. Can't see it. It just says high speed. That's really interesting. It only says high speed there, but I presume it must be a HDMI 2.1 cable to get the extra features. I'll have to test that one out in a little bit. I think we know what's over here. Let's move it across. Oh, before we get a proper look at this, let's take a look at the power cable. So again, standard power cable, three pins, because of course we're in the UK. Nothing much to say about that apart from a 5 amp fuse. Yes. But it's really nice to see they don't have power bricks attached to these anymore, so that horrible feature's gone. Taking a look inside here, I'm guessing it's going to be the USB cable. Let's have a close look. So what have we got? USB-C to USB-A. I'm quite disappointed there's no PlayStation branding on here. There's just literally the normal USB symbol. There you go. That's a better vision of it, of course. And USB-C, of course, is there. I'm very disappointed to see there's no PlayStation branding on here. I mean, I think they've skimped a bit here considering the price. For me, it's those little bits that make the big difference. Now it's time for the bit you've probably been waiting for, the DualSense controller. I know this has been massively hyped and it's a big feature for the next-gen PlayStation 5. Of course, the Xbox Series X has used the traditional Xbox controllers, or more shall I say, very similar to that. They've gone all out here, gone full next-gen with a full revision. Let's take a look. I can see a bit of it teased through the packaging here. Ooh, let's turn it over. And here we go. Oh, what a thing of beauty. Wow. it feels much different to the PlayStation 4 controller in your hand. Immediately I'm met with this sort of smooth texture on the front, and then there's this grippy texture on the back. The contrast feels very sort of unique in your hands. The buttons, they feel a bit more soft, but also a little bit more sturdy than the other ones. D-pad still good. They feel good. The analog sticks, some tension to it, of course. We've got the touchpad there, obviously redesigned, of course. PlayStation button. That's the. It's got an inbuilt microphone, of course, so that's the mute button, so no one can hear you. The share button, the menu button, as said before. We've got a USB-C charge point there, because it's got an inbuilt battery. There's a nice bit of weight to this. There's definitely more weight to this than the PlayStation 4 controller, I can tell you that for free. We've got ourselves our shoulder buttons, a bit more substantial this time round. Hear the click? Nice, much clickier. And then of course we've got the triggers that have the tension and the changeable tension depending on what game you're playing. So it might have, what they call adaptive triggers. That's it, adaptive triggers. Let's check. Trigger effects supported on Miles Morales there. So that means obviously you get extra tension and things. So it's meant to feel more realistic, more immersive with the controller. I must say, in all honesty, this is better than I was expecting. I knew it'd be good, but I didn't realise it would feel so different in my hands. Yeah, I really quite like that. I'm proper looking forward to using this. Boom, cheeky cut. Oh, it's time to see the console itself. It's the bit I've been most excited for, I would say. So we've laid it down just like it says here. So let's try and get this console out without damaging it. Here we go. Here we go. Oh boy. So off comes one end. Off comes the other end. Let's get rid of it. It's time for the unwrapping. The anticipation must be killing you as much as it's killing me. So let's try and get this off and open. Oh, it's like Christmas Day unwrapping the presents you've always wanted. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Look at the size of that. That is unbelievable. I knew it was going to be huge. I didn't really know it was going to be that big. Wow. That is an absolute whopper console. Let's take a closer look at the console and then let's compare it to a PlayStation 4 Pro. So on the front of the console, oh, this is heavy. We've got it pure white. We've got the logo there, of course. On the top, we've seen it before. We've got the Sony logo emblazoned on there. Front of the console, of course. Goodness me, this is really hard. This is damn heavy. We've got a USB-A to USB-C. We've got the eject button and the power button and the disc console there. On the bottom, you've got the details about your serial number and stuff like that, so I'll try not to reveal that in case you want to do anything untoward with it. On the back, we've got the power, HDMI, Ethernet, of course, two USB-A, super speed ones, of course, and then we've got that little hole, which of course is for locking your console down. Legitimately, this is a ridiculously heavy console. I'm gonna have to put it down. Let's go get my PlayStation 4 Pro so we can have a comparison in terms of size and things like that. Final cheeky edit of the video, of course. We've got ourselves our PlayStation 5 and our PlayStation 4 Pro next to each other. I'm not sure the video is really conveying the size difference here, but in terms of a physical height, that's down there, that's up there. You're probably looking about that much higher up in terms of when it's vertically down. Let's have a look at the width size of it. So the width size of it, of course, I mean, look at that. Look at the extra width you've got on that. Absolutely crazy. I'll tell you one detail about the PlayStation Pro that I never noticed before. Flip it over. I never noticed that the grippy feet were actually in the PlayStation logo buttons. You know, the square, the circle, the X and the triangle. That's a nice little feature. Something, of course, that's missing from the PlayStation 5 that's on this one, of course, is the optical out. It's the same with the Xbox One and the Series X. They've just decided optical is obviously obsolete, so they've got rid of it nice and clearly there. In terms of the width of the console, I've got the stand on here, so can I do it with one hand? Yes, I can. So hopefully you can see in terms of width, it's much wider, it's much taller. It's just a far bigger console. Bigger, is bigger better? I don't know, well, we'll have to see when it's plugged in, but let's leave it there and give you some final thoughts. So it's far too early to put a star rating on it, of course. So my initial thoughts are, one, man, it's a unique looking console. That is going to stand out in anybody's living room. I mean, I do like the white and black contrast. I mean, I've got a lot of white furniture in here, so it won't stand out too badly like that. But the size of it, my goodness, it's not going to fade away into the back. I mean, the Xbox Series X is more of a, just a box, like a fridge, like people were saying. But your eyes aren't drawn to it. Your eyes will absolutely be drawn to that. There's no way that's going to fade to the back. So, build quality, it looks well built. My goodness, it's heavy. It's really heavy, it's really big, but it's packing a lot of horsepower under the hood. So it's going to be a phenomenally powerful console. I can't wait to plug it in, but I must give an honourable mention to the controller. That feels really, really nice. I mean, I think people are always worried when they change controllers and think, will they be as good as the generation before? I can honestly say, just from the initial feelings here, this just feels much more comfortable in my hands. When I look at the PlayStation 4 controller, I do wonder, when I reflect on it and think, where was it? What was it like? Immediately from comparing the two, I might do a comparison video at some point where we go into more detail with it, but see how these are much more rounded here? This is a lot more curved in the natural curvature of your hand. I know the back buttons are on this one, but there's no back buttons on here. I mean, I was wrong. In my review of this, of course, I thought next gen was going to have back buttons built in, but they clearly thought no to that one. But yeah, I mean, this is alright, but really, after you've held this suddenly feels really peculiar in your hands, really, really weird. I also like the clear plastic sort of texture, frontage for the buttons. It feels much more premium than this one does, so I guess this one's now obsolete. Although, apparently, I think you need this to play PlayStation 4 games. I don't think you can use this to play PlayStation 4 games. We'll have to try it out. The other big question I have is, how does the PlayStation VR work on the PlayStation 5? I heard it's compatible. I think I might do a standalone video to help people out, because I'm going to need to hook my PlayStation VR up to this, so I'll give you some hints and pointers in another video. I'm going to have to leave the video here because, of course, I need to plug this in, I need to put some games in, I need to have some gameplay to give you my proper impressions. But I want to say a big thank you to all the people that subscribe to my videos. My channel, it's 44 subscribers. That's unbelievable. I can't believe so many people have subscribed. I want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of those. If you like this video, please press the subscribe button. And an interesting fact, I was looking at my analytics and I was thinking, from March time, there's been 47,000 minutes watched, which equals 783 hours worth of footage watched. I can't believe it. It's unbelievable. It shows that what I've actually done means something, and I want to say a big thank you to everybody who's contributed to that. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a massive thumbs up. Post any comments below. I always reply to every comment I get. Any comment, any question, it's much appreciated. I will always answer and try out anything you guys have got to ask. If you've got any suggestions for videos, please post them below. So, it's time to get this bad boy set up. So with that in mind, you know what I'm going to say. Take care of yourselves, look after the people around you, and most importantly, stay out of trouble.